if you get star update after it and get the right blessing, you get 80 points per round to really skyrocket the stacks. It's gonna take a while. And not only that, if we see much content on that Layla opener, then it might hold a bit of that spot for like 1 week. Yeah, putting on Layla.
Talk about Team you know, new names and etc. But they've met before, especially Stitch, Lena, and Blink. They were from Burmese schools. They were able to defeat Zexora and Aizen back in the MF5 group stage, which caused them their elimination. Which, by the way, again, just quickly, shout out to the Big 10G Zexora, man. Talking about doing all you can to put Mongolia in the MLBB map. Like, he's the face of Mongolia at this point.
Aura.
And the guys from Physical Asia. But other than that.
Aura, dude. They're just aura farming. And honestly, I think there's like some really good sacrifice here. They've technically already made the 10,000 back by qualifying after the wildcards in so far the Swiss stage. The question is, how much more can they get out of this, right? And I think even so, Mongolia has always been positioned in interesting positions, right? They've been like, oh, they face off against Turkey very, very often previously, scrim partners because of the servers. Now everybody else is feeling their influence.
It's really, I think their story is amazing, and I do hope that Zone goes far in the Swiss stage as well. But against Yangon, it's going to be tough because Yangon, on paper, they're somehow better in a sense.
Yeah, let's talk about, by the way, I think I'm going to keep this one. Let's talk about the Big 10G, Zexora. Zexora on facing the former Burmese Schools members who defeated Lil Gun back at M5. He said, I'm excited to meet them this early. Can't wait to see who wins this match. Now, I like that whenever he talks, there's a sense of confidence and humility at the same time. You know, it's like, I respect you guys, but I need to make sure that I'm on my A game.
I always wonder, and sometimes I even try to imagine. I can't imagine it. Just Zexora just saying a dad joke, just saying a joke in general. It feels like he's so logical, and he's always thinking about the most practical way of doing things.
I think he has dad jokes. We just got to learn a bit Mongolian to understand it.
I think that's a good point right there.
You think his teammates would consider him to be a funny guy? I'm curious about his personality.
You know what?
in
That's something that
general.
Eterna can ask.
Yeah.
It's like sort of a funny guy. And then they're all just looking at each other like,
Don't say anything.
no.
Don't say anything in Mongolian.
Yeah.
Either way, I think that with Mongolia being in the position that they're currently in right now, the Yangon Galacticos, I think they've got a pretty decent shot because it's not like the Mongolians are invincible. They have holes in their game.
Yeah.
And the one time that we did see the Leomore clutch happening in the end, luckily somebody was able to pull them out of the situation. I don't know if they're going to have that many breaks in a game at this level.
And again, keep in mind, right, Zone, it's at least from the best of 5 last time around in wildcards, it took them a while to really pump it up. So perhaps it might happen again this time around.
Yeah, we got to look at the keys to best of 1 here. This is for Zone. Stay focused on your own draft. Don't overreact to surprises. And I feel like this is an interesting point for 2 things because they do react quite okay with that Leomore pick where, again, Big Ten G's Xora is like, I haven't used it in a year, but they were able to pull it off. But more importantly, Han was the one that said, if we ban his Lancelot, I want to see what he can do. But the thing is, once the Lancelot ban, he actually wins. We got to look at the second part here. Maintain a low error early game and punish opponents' mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible after seeing the last 2 games. It feels like there's a certain kind of energy, a certain kind of vibe of being on the stage behind us that's building up a lot of pressure for these players, right? It feels like they're kind of like crawling in their own skin. It's uncomfortable for now because, of course, it's day 1.
Yeah, we got to look at this. Introduce a few surprise picks of your own if the opportunity allows, which I feel like it is best of 1. Day 1, I feel like whatever is open, that's the best for them. They're just gonna get it. Especially looking at wildcards. Kenny has been amazing. Zexora has been amazing as well. But again, it really is when Zexora has other heroes. But for now, let's introduce the teams.
Remember, since Burmese Ghouls' historic M2 run, Myanmar teams have always been touted as the dark horse in international tournaments. The same can be said about YG this year, except some would already consider them as true contenders. Give it up for the Yangon Galacticos!
The Mongolian downloaders reincarnate. Can Zexara lead this young team against their M5 Bane? Bankai, Zexora, Kenny, Bright and K, they look ready and they sure will look to go in that 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Zone!
Our live audience is blessed with the presence of our coaches, the brains behind the brawn. From Team Zone, Coach Summer and Beku. From the side of the Young Galacticos, Coach Marvs and M-God.
And right now with the fist bumps going on between the teams, I gotta say, looking at both teams, we've seen quite a lot coming in from Zone. And Yangon Galacticos, I would say, ever since M2, Burmese Ghouls really showed up. But then, you know, after a short hiatus from Myanmar, people have just been saying that they're dark horses. But I don't even know if dark horses really tell the tale of what Myanmar really is. But for now, let's introduce the team. We got Team Zone here. Bankai, Zexora, Kenny, Bright, as well as K. And again, my players to watch is definitely the Big Ten G's Xora as well as Kenny. I would say very pivotal in their wins, but now we gotta look at Yangon Galacticos as well. Ying, Han, Lina, Blink, as well as Stitch. And for Han, he's the one that said, you know what, if we ban the Lancelot, What else do you have? Well, looks like Zexora, the bootcamp in Malaysia helped out a lot because it does seem that his hero pool has widened quite a bit.
It has expanded quite a bit. And I think that the draft is going to be really interesting because they're going to start pushing each other, right? It always comes at a cost. But I think first things first, we need to know what map it's going to be on and which side Team Zone as well as YG are going to be sitting on. Keys to best of one. Don't solely rely on surprise picks, but also rotations. And we're talking about the Yangon here, Galacticos.
Yeah, I think the coordination needs to be precise as well, and of course the communication needs to come through clearly, and they need to exploit Zone's tendency to group up early as 5. They gotta decide in-game, right? Decision-making has to be on point. If they're rotating to 5, what are they gonna do?
I would say there's two things. Either get lane dominant heroes that can, number one, either prevent them from moving around the map anyways, or if they leave, threaten the objective. Or you just gotta draft a way that you can box them in. Something very simple, something like a Eve, something like maybe even a Minotaur slash Tigre, something that can really pull all 5 in. So honestly, there are a couple of ways. Either the side laners or the mid duo can do it. You gotta look at the talent prediction here, and
Finally.
no way.
Really? Hey, this one, I would say that this is
I thought I voted. Oh, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, I think this is one of the few
I'm colorblind.
times we're hoping, or at the very least, when we're expecting a team to have a bit of a favor over the other. At least for me and Gani, that's how we're leaning into this. But
I'm
this one
changing.
was
I'm Team
tough.
Zone.
Your Team Zone? I'm leaned more into YG.
Yeah, I think another was a epic best of 5 last time round, but in a best of 1,
I'm pretty sure it was pretty mythic.
it was not just epic. I agree.
Immortal
I'll
Glory?
change it. I'll change it. All right, it was pretty immortal. That last match.
I just added another one. Undying.
Man, it was so top global, it's crazy.
Oh,
No one can top that off.
these Glory Hunters, MMR specialists. Just keep on putting on.
They keep ruining my games. Why are they so good?
Either way, we gotta look at some of the things here. Yango can actually be quite cheesy. Blink is 6 for 6 with Hellcurt
Wow.
in the previous matchup. But hold on, we gotta look at the maps here. So far, we got a diversity,
Uh-oh.
and we're gonna be continuing on. I hope you got walls, because we're gonna break up. Wait, hold on, pause.
no,
Not in that way.
Okay.
Yes, break those limits, break those limits. Oh boy. Broken Walls is a really interesting type of map. It's a map that doesn't necessarily tell you, hey, you gotta completely change your draft because you have access into the jungle, but it really benefits teams who have strong laners. People who say, I don't want you to move out of the lane. You sit under the tower like a good little boy, and I'm gonna go fight your jungler.
Yeah, that and the team that has more proactiveness, right? Definitely can find weird, peculiar angles, and let's see, it all starts from here. YG will take the blue, will ban out the Kalia and the Lancelot, and on the other side, Coach Summer, all right? I really like his character as well, IRL. He will ban the Zora and the Garak out.
Something about saying IRL feels a bit weird.
Hey man, we're coming
Makes
to that
me feel
age.
old.
It really does.
Right?
I felt it too, and I'm like, just don't say it,
Hey.
and I won't grow up.
Me and Gideon just look at each other like, did you say IRL? God,
Hey, I'm 02 born, all right?
wait, you're born 2000 something?
That's Daijo okay, my guy.
This is making me not Daijobu.
This is
Okay, you know what?
Oof.
He's 02, so you be a good boy and don't cause the daddy's problems.
Oh, you have to take a deep breath for that one. All right,
Because
third ban.
I'm thinking the rest of the talents are hearing backstage. We'll see if they heard that one.
Let's see if the name sticks. We'll see. But now use sorry.
Good boy gone.
Yushin Shin already banned out here, but I'm questioning whether or not they want to hold things up because at this point, now that Sora is gone, there's only one other. Oh, you know what? Oh, they're willing to fight it. They're like, Bankai, you want to fight? He's like, yes, sir. Ban out that Yve. Let's take out one problem. Leave you in lane.
But here's the thing. Here's my problem. Lance and Yusuchi was banned. I feel like Zone wants to take out that Hayabusa quick.
I'm thinking too, but oh wait, no, Kalea's already banned.
Jushin. I feel like yeah, Jushin. So they'll pick up the Jushin, and then Zone 1. If they don't pick up the Haya, that's gonna be weird. So they pick up the Yuzong to deal with the Jushin.
The Yuzong is expected.
Yep.
Now the Haya. The question is whether Haya is going to get let through here or whether they double down and be like, you know what? We are expecting another assassin on the opposite end. Let's just go Lunox or Kadita.
Ooh, that's also an approach here.
But it's like That's a hard read. Like, you expect them to go Assassin just for this.
So what will they go for? Will they go for the safer approach, right? I think picking up a Hayabusa
It's safe because
It's
the other
sensible.
option is the Joy. And if the Joy is not there, oh, but they pick up the hard.
Okay.
two playmakers. They want to play around the zone and the crowd control as well.
I think the safest is Haya Hylos because Hylos with your shit is pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I pick up the Hayabusa. Might have some trouble going up against Yuzong as well as Gato, sure, but, you know, be a man.
If the Hayabusa gets picked up for the side of YG.
Or Joy, either or.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, why would Gato be a higher priority here? I guess they're trying to say that we don't care what the play is going to be, but here we go. Hellcat alongside with Baxia. Very unconventional ways to play the game. But honestly, this works really nicely for someone in the mid lane who is just looking to kind of open up the map for you.
Hey, again, he's 6 for 6 because I did cast that game, and having this roam Hellcat, I really feel like now people are starting to understand when Hellcat is the strongest, which is surprisingly level 2. You kind of don't burst them out like
All the way.
But especially if you do have that flicker, you're just like, I'm gonna chase you and chase you and chase you. What are you gonna do about it? And then yeah, that's all the analysis there.
Depends on what they run. I think that the Deadly Stinger's doing 75% of the marksman's HP at level 1 is kind of whack after 5 Stingers. But, you know, I digress. Finally, the Lunks come in. No touching of Haya.
And I really like the Hellcat pick because we mentioned about the two playmakers, and I feel like Hellcat is kind of anti-playmaking. You know, with the Dark Knight Falls, you aren't able to rotate well, you know, are not able to adjust well. And with the Baxia, the theme from YG, at least from the first 3 picks, is just mobility, right? Speed is definitely within their composition.
Look, I don't know about you, but I feel like Hellcat is part of a terrorist organization. He looks like he takes people hostage and posts video online demanding for bribes, because that's how he plays. Imagine Lunox trying to walk out. Dark Knight Falls, silence, insta-dead.
Yeah.
What's the counterplay to that?
I miss you, Gideon.
It's great being back on the M stage.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the Lunox. And
I always feel like I'm meant to be challenged, and you're there. You push me more and more.
It's just, you're going band for band here.
Yeah,
practically.
It's our egos.
Yeah.
I'm
M
the
for
person.
M. You're the good boy. You're the GBG.
GBG.
Okay, Lapu, Arlet get banned out. Liamar get banned out.
Oh.
It's gonna be a final jungle ban.
It should be.
It's really like, I dare you to pick up Haya. I double dare you.
Try me. Try me, sir.
So Zone, they will have either Haya or Joy. Unless they have something else that they've been hiding. Like a Amon, which probably not. But you know.
Yeah,
Like,
that sort of like.
I think they'll go for. Ooh, actually, okay, wait. I'm thinking.
which one Hellcat likes more? I think that's the question, right?
Personally, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter who he fights, because if you get silence bursted down before you can press any buttons, like, okay,
good.
dear Lord, help me. But other than that, I think
Your team is picking.
Hayabusa is out. What is he left with?
So Joy.
Joy is gonna get run down by the Baxia.
Yeah. So, you know, like, Joy likes to sing, and Hellcat's like, shut up.
There's
Silence.
Silence, there you go.
Here. Yeah, no, this kind of puts them in a really awkward triangle.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
for Fredrin, you already get counterpicked. And yes, I mean, there is a nerf
Yeah.
onto the Baxia, but it doesn't
What
feel
time
great.
is it?
Wow, this is
Your team is picking.
on the 4th pick as well. So they really want to hide their gold laner here, I feel like.
Yeah. But then how do you deal with the Hellcat? I mean, I
There's
don't know.
a chance that the Lunox is going to be gold. There is a chance. Not saying it
There's
is.
Yeah,
But there's a chance.
It's just dangerous. I really am. I'm so critical of this Gato pick. There was no reason for
being
it.
that high. Yeah, being that.
I mean, one,
Technically first pick.
it's being that high. Yeet is already out, and you were going to lock in the Yuzong, so Farsa was a non-issue. So I get it if you put Lunox into that second position and then Gato somewhere else.
Bro,
Another speedy hero, right?
I'm liking YG, not gonna lie. Win or lose, they're very brave to bring out new things here on the Swiss stage.
Hey, man. Who knows? Z1 whips out with the Minsatar Gold lane. That will show him something. Okay, Claude. All right. Thankfully, very straightforward, but it's still a hyper volatile comp.
It is. It is, and
No real form of peel, no
the
real...
output damage from the two teams are actually insane. You got the Benedetta, you got the Hellcrit as well, but on the other side, you've got the Claude and the Lunox, which will pop off in the mid-late. So both teams are kind of similar, like damage output-wise later on.
Yes, damage output-wise, it is pretty similar, but the scaling is significantly better. Better for our teams. And I think that at the very least, when we look at it straight up, it just makes a lot of sense, right? Hey, we have a couple of tanks, we have an anchor to hold it, but your backlines will always be threatened at any point as long as we have ults.
Now it looks like Blink going for that execute. He just wants to kill people instantly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third game of today, and Yangon Galacticos coming in with a very new draft, trying to defeat the guys that made through the wildcards, Team Zone.
It's going to be one hell of a fist fight here.
Welcome
And obviously,
to
there's no
Mobile
bad
Legends.
blood, but obviously there's history between the two teams. And we'll see how this plays out because it's going to be purple buff starts on either side.
Yeah, and now we're gonna be looking at the side lanes here. Looks like a Bankai as well. Stage slightly delayed, just making sure that if anyone invades, he's there to kind of back them up.
Nice stuff from Ying.
Already
Oh, so good. So he played level 1 perfectly.
committed the Petrify as well, right? Forced regen from Bankai and just applying pressure here. But yeah, that's 2 early spells from the EXP. Bankai also spent his Petrify there.
They have to trade Petrifies. Either that, Ying gets that full free push, no trade back, walks away, and then Bankai, he minimizes the amount of damage he's actually taking because of it. But now, I'm pretty sure he knows that Blink is nearby.
Yeah. And even if he doesn't, he kind of has to play like this anyway.
Oh, that's a Terrify. That's a 2v1. Perfectly executed there. Yeah, Blink did not show on map here so far, and that was just a quick pick-off 1-2 punch.
Man, that really sucks.
That's just a good way to break the tempo, because you're like, okay, for 2 minutes, we're not going to do anything. Fight Turtle. Immediately dies level 2, and it's like, oh, well, I wish this was Flying Clouds.
I wish this was Flying Cloud's pretty bad as well. And Bankai, I think he's lost a full level at this point. Yep, level 4 to level 2. This is so devastating for him.
God.
He's got a non-existent lane. K is already struggling against Stitch with no help whatsoever coming in because they have to fight for the upcoming neutral objective. Bright is going to be stretched out in places that he doesn't want to be, and Lena's doing a really good job at just slowing down rotations.
I gotta say, this is already a rude awakening for Team Zone. It's like, guys, we just got here, okay? we just went through wildcards. We just started the Swiss stage, and y'all play like this?
Yeah, they need definitely to take a breather, but because of the Yu Zhang's not level 4, they will... Oh, again, Blink now. He's all over the map. And Yangon Galacticos picks up another kill.
They've got to stop doing this. They know that there is a Hellcurt on the opposing team. With no information, he could literally be anywhere. Unless you have somebody that you're willing to sacrifice, you're not losing too much off of it. And there's honestly no problem with you just walking backwards, right? So I can't understand why there's such a big animosity as another kill comes through. Hellcurt is crushing it right now.
I mean, like, here's the thing. This is one of those things, right? How do you train against a Hellcrit? Because I'm pretty sure in scrims, not many people are showing off the Hellcrit, especially if it's your opponents. You kind of want to keep this under wraps.
Yeah, but then how do you communicate to the rest of your team, right? I think that once, especially if you're the support, you have to start communicating. I did not see him on the top side of the map. The likelihood that he's mid or down to the bot side should be enough for Bankai to make a choice. Either way, it's still going to be tough anyways, right? Stitch, he's even got a freeze. Yes, he's got a perfect freeze underneath his turret.
I gotta say, that usage ban, perfect.
I like that. I like Sky Piercer for Zushin though, so Lino really wants kills, but also keep in mind that Blink hasn't used his Dark Knight Falls here for the first, 3 minutes, so he's
I mean, if we
taking
did, we couldn't see it, you know?
True.
Get it? True.
All right, John Cena lover, let's calm down. He's retired now. He's the 11th
He
second.
tapped out.
He tapped out. He's 9 seconds left for the next buff to actually spawn, but I don't see... I want to see whether Yangon Galacticos is going to decide to set up a dive, or are they going to really interrupt Joy's farming pattern?
Sorry, that was a tank, by the way. One Deadly Stinger, half HP.
Has the Heptacies, by the way.
He has the Heptacies. So, yay, Blink.
Yay, Blink. Wait, why are there so many people up here? Why aren't they clearing their bot side? Wait, hold on!
Oh, that's Zixora here. Looking. Oh, Dark Knight Falls finally committed. That's going to be Zixora caught. no jungler here, as the turtle will be free for Han. Now the Order of Brilliance has been used, so that's bad news for Kenny. Forced to use the flicker. AOG defensively as well. Now, do they have enough kits to re-engage? I don't think so, but that's the BDF spent from Bunkai.
At this point, Team Zone's got to look for someone that has a clock because they need to buy some time.
Yeah, I don't... Okay, if I'm in Team Zone's... Oh, Bunkai.
Please
Yes.
smell this one. Oh, that's a terrified. That's a damage. Oh, Bunkai trying to hold on. But the overwhelm damage is enough.
He played it as good as he gets. Again,
That's not his fault.
It's not his fault. There's just a huge lead. Keep in mind that Blink is literally almost the exact same EXP as Ying.
Here's the thing, right? I feel like out of all the EXPs, if you're behind on a Yuzong, it's one of the worst feelings ever. There's some EXPs you don't mind playing from behind. Yuzong is not one of them.
Yeah. Backhawk can relate. It's it's painful. It's really painful. You want to be proactive, but you don't have the numbers to do it. Oh, Cursed Helm purchase coming in from Hans. Wasn't expecting him to complete it.
100% kill for Blink, by the way.
Yeah, 5 kills. All towards the roamer, quote unquote. And here comes the mobility that the Boxer can provide already on top. Trying to apply pressure. And it's just, what, 5 minutes, 3,500 goldie? That's massive.
Dude, and here's the thing. Zixora has to be the one absorbing those minions. So Bankai is just going to get more behind.
Yeah.
This is an EXP leader's nightmare.
It's the worst. He's gonna have to like shift his build. He's gonna be like, okay, War Axe. No, don't even bother going for the Fury Hammer. Just go straight into tank items. There's just no other option that you have left.
Yeah. At this point, like, he's hoping for them to clump up and he gets a 5-man Petrify and it gets out of that. I got 5 assists. I'm back in the game.
He's back in the game and he'll be back real soon. But I just think that there's so many things that could go wrong, and there's so many negative like effects for Bankai getting into team fights. Like if he's in front of Hans, it's a bad matchup. Ying can just run away. Stitch doesn't really care, but luckily, oh, hold on.
No, that's a taunt. That's a petrified. Zixora finds the last turtles. Han trying to rotate around, get to safety. Order pop. That's a information. Uh-oh, Kenny forced to use the flicker. But take a look at Bright. Trying to get OG out of his way, but cancelled by YG. K placing the wet. Does he have enough damage? Not yet. No! Clutch terrifying. Almost there. Luckily, K has the BMI.
Yeah, even with the execute, it was extremely dangerous. Luckily, K's still alive after all of it. Bankai gets value out of that Petrify, and it may not be a 5-man, but it secured them the turtle, and that's a little bit of gold and EXP leaning back in towards Team Zone.
We gotta look at Dreadnought armors coming in soon because look at items. Bankai, do you have a Dreadnought? Because even if you're gonna get bursted down, at least you can tell your team, hey, I tried. Okay, I had some armor. It's just not enough.
Oh, okay. The pause.
Ref number 2, pause the game.
Pause has been called. Not sure by which side just yet. I'm trying to look at the background to get a little bit of an idea, but the marshals are communicating with each other, so I can't really tell who made the first call.
I think he's just asking, like, did he legit just kill me?
It's like, well, that was a lot of damage.
Hold on, hang on. Let me look at the items here. And okay, no wonder. Bankai's item, first item, on strike, and he only has a jerkin. He doesn't have the Dreadnought. So
And another thing that is concerning, the Hellcat has the Sea Halberd.
Yeah.
Oh.
So really,
Just locked in after that kill.
genuinely, there is no way for him to win this until he gets roughly 3 items. And one of them has to be defensive, and you're praying that Hellcat doesn't buy like a Malefic Roar somewhere. Hitting those Petrifies during these important board and turtle fights, you could be able to turn this game around.
I mean, like, personally for me, if I'm playing EXP and I'm in Bankai's situation, I don't think it will work in tournament, but in rank, this is something that you can do, which is you type "I'll chat" and be like, "K's free farming, by the way." You want to get on that?
Usually, my preferred method is hitting the settings button and just go immediately to surrender and be like, hey, what's the vibe check? You say nothing and just, yes, maybe no.
Yeah. But then you have...
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your team gets a savage, you surrender. Oh,
It's like, you know what? He got a savage. All right.
Okay.
GG. You guys got to win. And that's why we're the easy server. Just give us a savage and you get to win.
Simple rules.
It's just the nature of business.
Yeah. What's 1 star when you could have multiple stats of savages?
And then having like 30% win rate with 300
That is-
savages.
The most queued stat.
Yeah, 30% win rate, but the ridiculous KDA
200
ratio.
savages.
200 savages.
Took almost no damage his entire MLBB career.
He's just praying. He's praying like, please, please. How do I get the mid link?
Gets scouted by a professional team. He has a 20% win rate, but it's pretty good because you can't surrender in the tournaments.
Oh.
He forgets he's in a tournament. Guys, we gotta surrender. They gotta savage. We gotta savage. We gotta end it here.
Oh no. But we're back in the game.
Yeah. So, we should really stop doing that. Jeez. We should let when you get a savage, just continue the game and continue.
Yeah, like normal people.
Anyways, right now, looking at the bottom lane here, trying to give as much farm and 2K as possible, but you're sacrificing while in Blink! Oh my. Let's stop.
And Dark Knight falls, but it seems like
Wow.
will be able to mark Link down, finds the shutdown, but they lost K.
Okay,
That's the big 10G.
that's a big 10G.
10G.
You can't take that away from him. And honestly, really good movement. At any point of time, if he just didn't react fast enough, he could have gotten his ankles broken.
Dude, you know what? Maybe tomorrow, people will just play fighters again. Because they're like, what is it?
Oh, that's going to be the shot here from Bright. Great timing. That's going to the back. Penny looking to find Havoc. That's going to be the back shot finding the Lord. Oh, Sora again. Finding 2 kills. Zone, they got the 2 kills. But Yangon, got the Lord.
I would say it's worth it, right? You can have the Lord. It's going to come back.
Yep.
But we're
Very
going to kill you, which you will also come back.
Yep. I think
Sooner than the Lord, by the way.
I think that the initial mistake here was the fact that they want to sit on top of the Lord. I don't think they need to sit on top of the Lord. They need to get resources out of Team Zone, right? Like the Black Dragon form doesn't matter as much here, especially if you know you're not wanting to take the neutral, but you just want to fight. And generally speaking, Yangon Galacticos, they decided, you know what, it's already this low, let's just take it, and then we're going to respawn, and we're going to go for the full push.
Looking at the items here, finding a Dreadnought. And it looks like Bankai will have some form of magic resist because the Jushin as well as the Hive is becoming a problem. With 1,200 lead in the gold lane, that Holy Crystal is going to be completed quite soon. And usually this doesn't matter, but this time it does. 2,000 gold difference between roamers.
Question about the mid laners. With the recent updates onto Genius One, do you think it's, you know, first item rushable? Because again, you can see that it's very common to see either Genius One or Lightning Truncheon being picked up in a lot of these scenarios, but it's about that glowing wand. First or second for you?
Honestly, I prefer Lightning if I want to go for that. Oh, no,
He dies?
The man 10G will have to fall here. And at least Yangon is able to relief off pressure top lane.
Gideon, it was 1v4. And he was chain CC.
Yeah. He was. I don't blame the chain CC. I'm just surprised Ying did that much. I thought that Zixora would at least be brought down to 60%. I wasn't expecting 100 to 0.
Doesn't really want to commit to this yet. They will trigger the passive in the bottom side though, and they will take their time here. Yangon understands that, hey, no rush.
And that's the way slow and steady wins that race. And if they're able to break those holy shieldings across the inhibitors, that's going to help set them up for the upcoming Lord, which is about to spawn in 45 seconds.
But we do got to say, Team Zone, whenever they do go for a team fight, it actually looks pretty solid. And they are scaling up because right now it is 11 minutes of the game and Trinity has been built here. So it's not the worst thing in the world for Team Zone because they still have avenues going for them here. Zixora as well with that Wishing Lantern. They can't kill Han because Han is the only front line here and they've built enough forms of penetration to deal with that. Ying kinda, you know, tanky, but it's harder to track him.
Yeah, I think right now for Yangon, as well as Team Zone, I think that initial impact on that team fight, it has to count for something. If they don't find any impact at all and use resources, they just got,
You can't face check like that, Bunkai. YG again, in the bottom side again. Blink, just so on point and precise. 2 members off the board while the Lord is up. This is not good for Zone.
Dude, this makes me so mad because they're playing such a good Hellcurt game. Like, it's not
Yeah.
just Blink. It's everybody else to sell the idea that he's not there. It's so obnoxious.
They're making it look like this is dangerous grass.
Yeah.
That's like, all of a sudden, the grass looks much greener here. Maybe it's my color blindness, but either ways, team.
Like, would you blame K for dying there? I wouldn't, because it was
No.
like, you literally saw 4 people. What's the odds that he's gonna be in tri-bush down on the opposite side?
No, here's the thing, even if you know, Hellcurt's pretty fast.
He's pretty fast. He is pretty quick. He's quick with it, and he's also he's already built a rose gold. Dear Lord.
Bro, so annoying.
He's gonna skew the stats by saying he's the highest damage as a roamer.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, like his roamer stats will be unreal.
It's gonna be so funny. He's like being compared to EXP laners.
Yeah, they want to defend this mid lane turret. Oh, two-man petrify, no clear down, follow up. No! Okay, the back, finding the Lunox. Bankai repositions Xora. Whitelo still able to get out. The EMI, though, will get back to safety. That's the defense on the mid, a valuable one.
Oh, that's really unfortunate, because K should have died there, but the auto ended up going into the turret rather than to K. Just missed it by half a second. Unfortunate for YG, but it's not over.
Coming forward, spot.
Oh!
Taken down, Xora will fall for nothing.
You know what? I changed my mind. Ying has got me feeling some type of way on that Benedetta. That was sick. That was great timing.
I'm speechless, dude.
EXPs are great.
Yangon is oh my goodness, like teams for the wildcards not having a good day today.
They really aren't.
Definitely, man. The last turret here will fall from the side of zone. Bankai and friends trying to hold on, trying to delay the game here while waiting Xora to get back up, but Yangon, they make it look so simple playing this game.
They really do.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm gonna wait in this bush, and trust me when I say,
Someone
will walk by. And being 9-1 and 3, you can one-shot anyone.
I swear to God, if I go into a public game and somebody says that to me when playing Hellcurt, I'd be upset. I'll be upset for sure. Because look at Blink, he's always in these weird off angles. And now it's starting to trigger some pattern recognition, and I hope that Team Zone starts figuring out that his usual spots, mid lane brush, tri-lane brush, and also lane brush, whether it be upper into the enemy territory or your own.
I gotta say, if I was K, I think he'd be like, I wish I was a Lapu Lapu. Right? At least I can do something.
Yeah.
Because let me just tell you folks, it's kind of unfun if you just get one-shotted every time. I've been one-shotted a few times, and I'm a roamer. I can tell you guys, it's not fun.
It is not great. It is not great at all. But now that this comp is finally fully scaled with the help of Stitch, Lord, non-factor, non-issue. Where did it go? Disappeared in under 10.
Yeah, definitely here. No contest as well. And potentially, with this Lord, this might be the final push that, again, allow Yangon to rise.
It's going to be difficult. 8,000 goalie here for Yangon Galacticos. I mean, at least there's no bushes inside of the base. And maybe it will be more difficult for Blink to go in, or Blink just goes in and then, you know, just gets a savage with a with their second skill.
And then they surrender immediately after. I think that right now, as this Lord is about to push in, I'm curious about the items, but the fight's about to start.
Let's see with the Lord here, quite healthy in the mid lane. That's going to be the Order of Brilliance pop. Uh-oh, that's going to be them trying to hold on here. Zone, can they do it? That's the Benedetta final blow in the bid. That's going to be Bankai trying to hold on. Two-man knockup, but it's not enough. Now, YG trying to hold on as Stitch is still alive. The damage is there. The magic power will not go further. It's a 1-for-1 in zone. They have defended.
Now that was a clutch unbreakable buy that got Pikacha, stopping the Harvey in his tracks. And again, this Harvey is going for Flicker, not Purify. Okay, so now at least Bright 9-1 and 3.
Yes.
That means he was not able to find any angles to actually jump in and kill anyone.
Yep.
Well, but okay.
This is the hardest part about the Yangon Galacticos comp. Finishing off the game is not going to ever be easy because you're basically doing it 4v5. So the only time we're expecting Team Zone to actually finally lose this game is either they get backdoored or B, where we see the Hellcrit having to fight around the Lord Pit. And that's the most ideal scenario for Yangon Galacticos.
Yeah, quick look at the items here. Quite a lot of damage items for Ying on this one. With the Sea Halberd, Malefic, Roar, as well as the Blade of Heptases. And you can say, you know, Rose Gold as an offensive, defensive kind of item. Full build here by the Hellcrit.
Already full, right? Also, the Zushin here, even on 2 kills, still holding on to that Sky Piercer.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Shout out to Team Zone. They push us all the way to almost 18 minutes of the game. So, at least now, everyone is full build. So now it's just all pure skill.
And I think that so far, a lot of skill has been shown from either side. A lot of resilience coming in from Team Zone. And the Yangon Galacticos are playing their game to a T. They know they cannot force certain types of scenarios. And it really makes me wonder, how many games in scrims did they play Hellcrit and just ruin a team's day?
All of them.
Every single one that they've ever experienced.
At least one.
Since December, they've been practicing Hellcrit every hour of every day.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Still 100% win rate
6
in
for 6.
Season 2
Yeah.
of Myanmar's MSL.
So that's a very impressive stat. That's the BDF already spent, though. YG can utilize and capitalize this. Hellcrit is on the bottom side of the map, just trying to expand, and yeah, Team Zone is forced to react.
How smart are the Yangon Galacticos?
Pretty.
It feels like their fight IQ and their macro is it's just immaculate, right? Just give it a moment. Claude's gonna show up. If he doesn't get one shot, they're gonna back off.
Okay. I think Kate does have the Wind of Nature.
Jumps in. Blink. Oh, BMI placing duet. Dark Knight falls.
Yep.
K wins this time. Now it's a 5v4. K is not in the vicinity, though. YG trying to back away. Bankai takes a lot of heat there. Kenny still able to dish out damage
Right.
in that position. Bright with the conceal. Looks for a taunt. Great dodge there by Lina. Zone trying to reposition. Petrify! Yang! Finds the angle. And down goes Bankai as well. Stitch is in trouble. But down goes Kenny. Now focusing on the Lord K. Trying to shut Lina down. Finds it, but Han, clutch retribution. They got it.
If he still has the Blazing Duet, I feel like K could have just dropped them all, but again, has to use it to deal with Blink. Right now, K is looking pretty good. Buys the Winter Crown. Yangon Galacticos. It's only Bright and K. I think the race is gonna take some time.
K's just gotta fight. He's just gotta fight. Everything he's got.
Final blow pops in the mid lane. Uh-oh.
Yes!
Crown, Blazing Duet, try to clear. Do they have enough time? Han is in the picture, but K shuts Yang down. But ladies and gentlemen, one team will rise to the 1-0 seed, and it will be Yangon Galacticos.
Man, it's sad that K only was able to activate halfway through the game. He's got the mechanics. And that final defense, you could really see him pushing his limits to make sure that every angle was covered. But unfortunately, the numbers were too heavily in favor of YG.
I would say if it weren't for that Benedetta rushing in, getting the clutch Petrify on Zexora, they would have won. If Zexora survived there, he would have been able to deal enough damage to let K clean up. It was just that one cash. So shout out to Ying, man. That Benedetta worked so well. Because you even said, Gideon, all the way from the very first pre-show, Petrify is such a good spell for an EXP laner, and it's just the Yuzong. But then YG came and be like, hey, there's also Benedetta.
That's the thing, Benedetta, it's so easy to make a mistake on Benedetta compared to like Yuzong or even Lapu. Yeah, these catches are great, but the surprising thing is, it feels like, at least for this squad, they understand every single aspect. Everybody decided to build damage this game. Everyone had to make sure that all the items on the side of their opponents had to diversify early on, which is why the mid game felt so devastating with each and every attack.
This is honestly amazing for both, because yes, Yangon Galacticos showing up with the Hellcrit, of course, very, very strong, but also how Team Zone is able to extend all the way to 20 minutes, and you can see glimpses of them winning. So the scary thing about the new version of the Mongolian downloaders is that as the competition continues, they'll get stronger. And if day one they're already looking this strong, teams have to pay attention to them now.
Understandably so. I personally, I hope that both of these regions scrim against each other more often, right? There's so many similarities to the way that they play, but really different approaches to the different tech that they find.
But I feel like in that game, at least Yangon, they really understand their playbook from the start already, right, Helkert? They make it so simple. And unfortunately for the side of Zone, they were a little bit late to adjust, a little bit late to adapt in that game. They were a little bit in too deep. Yes, there were chances, but, you know, 3-baser, it's gone. It's just map control for the side of Yangon.
I kind of don't blame them because it will be hard for me to adjust to a Hellcat that is popping off that hard. I mean, like I feel like for them, they're like, we've fought against Hellcats before. But Blake's Hellcat is something special. It's definitely one of those things that you're like, okay, we fought against this hero, but not like this.
Yeah, he's
not like this.
I feel like he gets in your head. He really gets into your head. He's not just looking at the target he's going for. He's kind of looking at everybody else to kind of see what they're feeling like. Oh, it looks like, you know, the Clav's feeling a little more comfortable and is willing to check the tri-brush. Next round, instantly blows him up.
And here's the thing. You know what it reminds